There's a hotel in Louisville, Kentucky, with a suite so disturbing, people beg to be moved. Not because of noise, not because of temperature change, but because the owner and builder of this hotel died in that very room. And he decides who can stay and who needs to leave. But he's not the only ghost who haunts this location. There are several others. And if you find yourself wandering in the wrong area, you'll know it. The Seelbach Hotel, a place of beauty, a place of power, and a place where presence does not always leave when life does. Some hotels feel historic. This one feels occupied. At the center of this story is its founder, Louis Seelbach. Guests assigned to his former suite rarely complain about noise or temperature. Instead, they describe something harder to explain. The feeling of being watched, steadily, patiently, as though the room is aware of them. Some say the air grows heavier the longer they remain. Others feel as if they're standing in a space that already belongs to someone else. More than a few guests have asked to be moved, not after a night, but after a moment. When a man builds a place meant to command loyalty, some believe that command doesn't end when his life does. Louis Seelbach did not simply build a hotel, he built an empire of elegance, power, and control. And many believe he never truly left it behind. But the Seelbach doesn't confine its darkness to just one location. Between floors, inside elevators, there's another presence that lingers. In 1936, a young woman named Patricia Wilson arrived at the Seelbach Hotel, carrying grief and possibly hope. Some accounts suggest she had come to reconcile with her husband. She would never leave. Patricia Wilson was found dead at the bottom of an open elevator shaft, beneath a service car. She had been missing for hours before anyone had discovered her. The headlines were blunt: fall victim, girl loses life in hotel shaft, dead several hours. What makes her death so disturbing isn't how it happened, but how little was ever explained. The coroner delayed a verdict. No clear answers were given, no explanation for why the shaft was open, or why no one heard her fall, or how long she waited in the dark before help ever came. What followed were not rumors, but sightings. Guests began reporting a woman in blue appearing near the lift doors, walking toward them, and passing through as if they were never there. Others describe a gentle touch on their shoulder while riding alone, intentional, followed by a faint scent of lilac. These passages were built to move people safely. At the Seelbach, they remind guests how confined they truly are. Another unsettling space in this hotel is the Oak Room. It was once a favored gathering place for Al Capone, a man who trusted no one and watched everything. A mirror still hangs there, a mirror that he faced while conducting his meetings, so he could see what was going on around him and behind him at all times. Al Capone knew that danger rarely announces itself. Mirrors have always carried a dark symbolism. They don't just reflect, they observe. Guests in the Oak Room have described the sensation of being watched. Not casually, but with intent. Some say the room feels alert, as if the mirror remembers what it was asked to see. And if you catch your reflection at the wrong moment, it doesn't feel like recognition. It feels like surveillance. Beneath the Seelbach lies the Rathskeller. Stone walls, low ceilings, a space that feels less like a basement and more like an underground cathedral. During Prohibition, tunnels beneath the hotel were used to move liquor, quietly, unseen, and unchallenged. Today, some staff avoid the Rathskeller alone at night, not because of what they see, but because of what remains. A presence without motion, a watchfulness without sound. Some places absorb what passes through them. Others hold it layer by layer until it becomes part of the walls. Every haunted building has a place that people don't discuss openly. At the Seelbach, it's the 10th floor ballroom. Guests report an unease that they just can't explain. A sudden need to leave, a sense that something is wrong. No sounds, no apparitions, just presence. Sometimes the most frightening spaces don't need to prove themselves, because they just are. The hotel was built for power, not comfort, not rest, power. The Seelbach has been called the Great Gatsby of Kentucky, a palace of glamour, wealth, and quiet influence. Presidents walked its halls. Deals were made beneath its chandeliers. And the man who built it did not leave when his life ended. Guests still check in. Elevators still rise and fall. The mirror still hangs. Some people leave early, some never speak about their stay again. And some say the hotel doesn't just remember its past, it keeps it. Because places built on power, tragedy, and silence don't forget. They wait. The Seelbach Hotel is one place I haven't visited yet, but it's been calling me for a long time.